Crusher's Midrange Paladin today. What's up? HS Blind. Always good to see you. Yeah, so Crusher has run this list previously to Legend. Oh, my webcam is tilted. He's played this list at pretty high ranks in Legend as well. I think we'll go with this. And yeah, I think it's like a pretty simple list to get, right? It is mid-range, so generally you just kind of want to like curve out, get the maximum value that you can from stuff. I've seen two different versions of this list from him. Right before I built this to get ready for the stream. I'm guessing we just want to do one of these. Yeah, right before I built it, I checked out the newest version of it, which came from his YouTube page. It's not that much different than the one that he had up there in an older video. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. I don't want to like run that out into a fan or something. But yeah, not too many differences. Like I think he had 2 lay on hands, like a wild pyro, maybe like one of some stuff up here. Kind of the same idea anyway. Let's go ahead and do this. Just got your ass whooped by this deck today. Okay, well, let's hope we can be on the ass whooping side of it. And yeah, anyone who doesn't know as well, Crusher. Oh, nah, I think we're just gonna do this. I'm gonna chill on that because there's a chance we like Argent Protector Blood Knight. A 6/6 here's good, other than the sap potential. But yeah, Crusher. It's another streamer, YouTuber, been around for a long time. I might just Drake as well. No, I think I like this. Let's try this. He's Crusher HS on Twitch and YouTube. So yeah, if you haven't checked this stuff out, definitely do. Very talented player. Comes up with cool lists. Stuff that's like kind of off meta. And also just seems like a swell guy, you know? Okay, well if you invest in all of that, I'm gonna guess he doesn't have a sap. And if he does, or he draws into one, then we might eat it here and have it for Tyrion, which is fine by me. Now, I would love to just like Blessing for the damage, but I feel like, again, he's got the potential to draw that whole thing. Otherwise, you could Drake, dude. But nah, I think we'll do this. We'll do the swing now. We likely want the damage to face at this point anyway. And then if somehow this gets killed. Thanks. Are you conceding? Does he want a well-played back? Let's just say this deck is better than the Hand Rogue. What do you mean? We climbed pretty well with Hand Rogue.
This guy's toast.
I'm actually curious what our win rate was. I think it was above 50% somehow.
Well played.
Yeah. Okay, it does give it. Sure, I'll give him the well played. I don't know. It seems like he's fishing for it. What is this? Earn 40 honor to be... Okay. Strange. Last 3 turns. Wow, okay, so they've got cards with like durations now. Interesting. Okay. How much time do we have to get the max honor rank? I have no idea. No clue. If I had to guess, it would be the duration of the expansion. Like, as long as it's the latest one until the next. But, yeah, I have no clue. All I know is what people have told me in chat here, so... Yeah, I barely even know what it does other than... I think it was purely ironic saying that it gives you the diamond hero of your choice or whatever. I don't know what we'd do here. I really like True Silver in this matchup, especially with the coin. Outdoor is like okay, like it can be good. I feel like Squire, hoping for Blood in that. I just feel like there's better 3-drops here, even though I do really like the card. It's plenty of time if that's the case. Yeah, I'm sort of just making an assumption here. I truly don't know. They could also, yeah, right, only do it for like 1 month, because that's the duration of a season, right? Get anxiety playing ladder. If I lose 1 match, I give up. This way I can focus on the honor ranks, not the ladder rank. Yeah, I totally get the ladder anxiety thing. I guess I used to have it with this game a bit when I like cared about it and I like hit, you know, legend way back when kind of thing, when it was like fresh. And yeah, I broke away from that by just, I don't know, not caring about the game, which is kind of sad. I don't know if this person is actually here. It seemed like they might have taken max mulligan time as well. But I have that in any game that I end up taking seriously. So like StarCraft 2, it was really bad. And StarCraft, the thing that I think always got me about it was the game is like in your control. There's not like draws. There's like very tiny bits of randomness from like, you know, spawn locations and stuff like that. But generally speaking, if you're playing well, you should win the game. Somehow that stressed me out more, and like Hearthstone being like, I can just chalk this one up to a random loss, that kind of helped a bit. Makes no sense, but you want to hit legends, so do it one day. Yeah, I mean, don't like beat yourself up about it. So many people have it. It's like a really, really normal thing to have ladder anxiety. I mean, shit, it's a normal thing to just have anxiety. I've thought about this just in regards to like mental health and stuff. Like, when's the last time you met a person who said they've never been like depressed or anxious? It's just like, I don't know, pretty normal emotion nowadays. It's just weird. It just feels like he's not at his computer but hasn't disconnected. Look at this, really curving out, doing good stuff. Oh, now he's back. Maybe he can win his turn 5 if he's got gadgets in. Yet we probably still lose here.
My eyes are open.
Queued for 5 minutes, forgot Hearthstone's even launched. Yeah, could have been that. I don't know, what do we have? No burst, hey? The queue times have actually been decent for us. I'm gonna do this. I don't know if it's better, but it's very possible. The anxiety got the best of him. That's right. So much ladder anxiety. He queued once he, or he quit once he saw a Paladin for some odd reason. Doing not too bad, Krellian. How are you?
guy's toast.
Do you keep playing the game now? I think you're just Avenging Wrath, right? Because even if you don't kill him here, you win next turn. If you hit there, there's no guarantee to win. But you probably still do it, right? Just to get like maximum efficiency. Sure. Wrath into Warth. I like it. Yeah, no, I think we're good. We can maybe heal up a tiny bit. Alright, it is a guaranteed victory. Though I do kind of want to go for the 50-50 rag. Trading was kind of bad. Why is trading bad there? I mean, not that it really matters. I mean, I think that was secured anyway. If you go face and then Avenging Wrath, either he's dead or the 3/3 is dead. Let's see, he's at 9. No, it's not true. If he's at 9, you hit face. You can have 6 go face, 2 go to the guy. Yeah, he's at 9. I've been getting my plays picked apart a lot more often than normal, so I'm on guard. I don't know what it is. It's like, I don't know. I've brought it up a million times. It drives me insane, but it'll never stop. I'm well aware of that. How do we do this? What is the best way to go about this? I feel like it's just single Squire and then coin the Blood Knight. He actually runs BGH, most likely. Which means I maybe don't want this that high. Yeah, this feels good.
Glory to the Sindora.
6/6 turn 2. Yeah, but it is also against the class that can just kill it for like 1 mana on turn 2. As evidenced. I still think that's fine for us, but it's just funny how good Warrior is. Okay, I think we do Bloodsail Raider with the Argent Squire. I wasn't that keen on it, thinking about it, but I think this makes him more inclined to swing and hit this so we can Blessing this the turn after. He was at 9, but then Wrath first is still better. No, it's not, because if it goes 6 and then 2, then you're missing out on 1 damage to face, right? I guess if you're playing safe. I think we still hit the Acolyte here, right? Or do we not? Maybe we just push damage? Only problem is Whirlwind. What are the chances he has it? Yeah, face in your opinion? Yeah, it feels right to go face. 1 damage to face doesn't matter though. Well, yeah, I mean the whole thing doesn't matter. We're talking theoreticals. It was a win regardless. Yeah, who cares? Exactly. It does seem like face was the correct choice. We've eaten 2 executes. But we didn't like the previous game we had, we didn't really honestly get to play because we had like 5 free turns. But in the 2 games we've had so far that are, you know, real, kind of liking how this feels so far. Paladin needs those extra. I wasn't kidding when I said, you know, we're at. Yeah, I think we still do this instead of the Raider. The fact that he comes back with 5 mana, like, we could still literally be dead, yeah. Ooh. Nasty.
Take heart. The Earth Mother is near.
What is the correct way to do this? He's at 15, but he's only got 1 card in hand. Like, a big part of me wants to just True Silver face. I think you do still play the Raider, but you could even wait. Like, you could play the True Silver, Hero Power, go face. Next turn you Tyrion, and then you try to Bloodsail behind it. Ah, that's too slow. I feel like you do True Silver face, though.
Let me think.
Because even if you kill the top half of that, who really cares?
For justice.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Value Pirate at last. You'd still fight for the board? Yeah, I'm not sure. It might be right. Thing is, if this trades off, I still think that that's like a win for us. That's not. So the only problem with hitting here is if that or his top card is a Shield Slam, and there's a good chance that it is. Otherwise, hitting there is like, I mean, you wish you would have done it last turn. I'm gonna do it. But otherwise, it makes this like a really difficult trade. We'll see. 6-3 trade with Karen, and then Rag is good. Yeah, I mean, it would have worked out better. Is this a Shield Slam?
I have no time for games.
Oh my god, it's the worst Shield Slam in the world. What the fuck? Alright, Tyrion is not great here. We take it back. Oh god. Yeah, I don't understand the... I don't understand his reasoning there for attacking, but...
I've got the beast in my sight.
maybe he realized like halfway through his turn or something. Because there was a pause there. It's possible, right? He had the Shield Slam. Oh, well, technically we're alive if we do this, so why not? What was I gonna say? Yeah, it's possible because he like armored up, then he was gonna Shield Slam, and then he's like, oh wait a sec, I could just Shield Slam my own Sylvanas. His top decks are insane. Yeah, no kidding. But it is a good deck. Good deck with
The victory is yours.
a lot of really good stuff. I actually think if anything's going to go into top deck mode and come out of it on top, it's Warrior. Warrior just has like, you know, 20-something extremely good cards in the late game. Getting smashed by our own Ashbringer and no Harrison. I know. So sad. Even a taunt there, right? Like Sunwalker or something. We had a chance to get back with that blessing.
Uther versus Magni.
Alright, different warrior.
I will fight with honor.
We'll just do that. Yeah, I'd really love a Blood Knight, or even a Blessing, I feel like. Because you're probably getting this out before that. Oh, take that back. Not with the,
The light protects me.
Well met.
Now with the Blood Knight draw. Feel nobody plays Zoo in NA from the looks of it. I haven't played as much recently. But it comes in waves. I don't know what the exact, like, driving factor of it is all the time, but, like, sometimes I don't know if there's, like, certain ranks where it tends to be more prominent, or times of the season people are trying to climb or have fun or whatever it is. But yeah, I've had, like, days without. Just trying to think. Weak coined, he can't brawl for 2 more turns. It's probably fine to fill the board still. Yeah, times with it, times without it. It's actually, Zoo is like so annoyingly oppressive in that sense though, where like a whirlwind, where you know you have to build your decks around it, but at the same time I think I do hit the Acolyte. I hate that this guy's injured. Yeah, you have to build your deck around it, but then like, yeah, just the looming threat of Zoo, even if you're not playing it, you've like teched in certain cards, or you know, you're trying to make sure your deck works with it, and yeah, and then you never face it, you're actually sad. Yeah, most warriors only do have the 1 brawl, so I think that's the move. I'm not sure about swinging to hit with the Truce over there, though. But hey.
For justice.
Save the Peacekeeper. That's right, I am back. No more Giant Rogue. Nah, I mean, we usually just do like 1 deck a day. Don't like stick with it. I guess except for that like Legend climb we did. What, a couple seasons ago. It's a lot of the same decks, a lot of days. But, yeah, especially with decks that are, I wouldn't even put that in the category of experimental, you know, knowingly bad decks. It's fun to play for a day. That's about it.
I have no time for games.
I don't think there's any nice way to do this, is there? It's like, can he pop the bubble? Like, do I care about Aldor on this? It's tough enough for him to kill it. And then if I do that, do I Blood Knight? What if he brawls? Brawl's bad. If you Aldor Blood Knight, you get an opportunity to push a lot of damage. If you don't, I just feel like it's too slow if you don't do something like that. Let's try it. It is very weak against Brawl. One deck a day keeps the doctor away. It was an apple, I think. I believe it was an apple, but you know. When you're a Hearthstone Classic player, I feel like it's actually a pretty good motto. Okay, I'm okay with this. It's not great. Okay, it's dog shit. Whoa. But yeah, when you're a classic player, you gotta mix things up, keep it fresh. Okay, still not the worst though. That tells me he's doing something different, but I don't quite know. Unless he's just got a random Arcanite Reaper in a typical control list. Charger Wrath is on the menu a lot. Yeah, he was part of the ladder climb, and it was one of the better decks. I think that and the Hunter one. I guess the Priest one we played a decent amount. But it's also fast. Like, I don't stream for, as everyone knows, I don't stream for like long periods of time, so I get in more games with that deck. It was fun. All kinds of reasons to play it. He used one execute on the Blood Knight. And that is just that. Did he use the second? I can't remember. I don't think I'm gonna do it. Let's just do that. What's up, Siculus? Want to finish your gold collection, but they just don't have the gold bundles in the store anymore. How did the gold bundles work? I never really looked at them. I think we just do this.
Reporting for duty.
They had bundles that were something like 2 guaranteed golden legendaries and 20 golden packs with only gold. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. That's actually crazy. Hey, what's up, Nick? Welcome, welcome. One and all. It kind of blows, doesn't it? Do I care? Maybe not.
I wonder. Follow the rule. For justice.
The light protects me.
Try that.
Reporting for duty.
Crush is your friend on Hearthstone now, and I just made this deck 2 days ago. Hey, well, there you go. We're doing our best to represent, but so far only doing so-so.
The Earth Mother is near.
How are you? Not too bad, Siculus. Actually kind of terrible, but having fun streaming, so we'll call it good. How are you, Siculus? What's he have? 8. Probably doesn't find another 5 damage. Interesting.
I fight.
For justice.
Get a bit of heal too. Don't hate it. This guy's slapping our meat pre-Alex. That's one way to put it. Slapping our meat. It does crack me up. We're here for you, brother. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. No, it is fun hopping on here all the time. Is he Alexing himself, maybe? We got a good chance here with Equality Avenging Wrath. Fine, thanks. Still working tomorrow, and then I'm on the weekend. What do you do for work, Siculus? Did we win? My math's not so good. 6 minus 2, 4 plus 9. Seems pretty good.
First kill.
Oh, another one of these? Okay. His grandma's the stats change more often than his underwear. It's, yeah. He had his stats changed a lot. We'll go with that, but I'm not going to comment on the frequency of his dirty ass underwear. You know, it's something I always find hilarious. Like, I guess orcs are like this intelligent race, or like, depending on the fantasy setting or whatever. But, you know, they're kind of like these dirty whatever monsters. I always think of like that with like ogres and stuff like that in video games. Like, do you ever think about those fantasy worlds? I've always heard people talk about, like, you know, how much would that fantasy world smell, or how much would it have smelled back in the Middle Ages or whatever. But just imagine if you're like one of these troll fighting whatevers. How many fucking floppy dongs would be in your face every single day? Like, it's a lot less glamorous, I think, than game devs make it look. Okay, nice. Work Monday to Friday? Oh, I meant what kind of job do you have? I don't work. I don't work. I am a lazy individual. Do you actually coin the blood cell? Because here's the thing. If I do this, and then I drop the bubble next turn, I'm not actually getting the Blood Knight. But if I coin that... I actually think it's right to coin the blood sale. Maybe I'm wrong, but it feels like a good follow-up. Then again, I guess if you like abusives or something, that's really bad.
It's time for a little.
Kind of thinking this is a mistake now. Now we know it keeps decks up at night. And just imagine if I lived in one of those worlds.
Not on my watch.
I do find it weird though. I saw, like, somebody made a post on Reddit. I don't even remember what it was for, really. But it was talking about Cyberpunk. I think they were shitting on him for this fact. I never played Cyberpunk. Doesn't look like my kind of game. Didn't really meet expectations of people for the most part. But I find it so weird that, like, between that and Red Dead Redemption 2, you got a game where you can pick your genitals, right? You could, like, model your dick. You had, like, different dick sizes, and it would be reflected on your character model. And then you had Red Dead Redemption 2. They modeled the horse's cock and balls, and depending on if you're in a cold area or not, they would, like, shrink or expand them. And it's like, can we focus on, like, gameplay? Like, you guys haven't nailed that yet. Can you get that right? Get rid of the bugs and stuff before we start worrying about horse dick and balls? I don't know. Just, it's weird. I feel like it's a quality run that in. Consecrate's not bad, though, on its own. Good chance he's Consecrate next turn anyway. You could take the 6. I think this is fine. Bomb first and shield. Sorry, I was probably on a play a long time ago. Too busy talking about dick and balls. Work in the field of security. Now, are you like a security guard, or is that like cyber security? Because cybersecurity, infinitely more interesting. What a dick. Than a lot of other fields in like programming. Okay, so it's not too bad with the taunt.
To battle!
Yeah, or like a bouncer or something, that's right. Bouncer, or like security guard, something like that. Well, as you may well guess, something I've never done. But no, data security is like super cool. Oh, and you can't play another dude? That's great. Security guard, okay. Alright, so you're jacked, is what I'm getting from this. I really want to consecrate in Blessing of Kings. I know you could like Soulfire, like double Soulfire kills you, but there's no way I guess you could get like Owled into Doomguard. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Juicy time, yeah. It's too cool to have an 8-9. Right, your other opportunities to heal. What if he Doomguards and just runs into that? That feels bad. Iron Bark Protector ain't got shit. Yeah, right. Other than the fact that you can silence the stats away. Don't tell me you're actually gonna do it. Okay. I haven't seen a zoo running Iron Beak Owl in a long time. But I know it's possible. Alright, I think we play the long game. Yeah, I think so. Decent chance you get a 1-drop. Very nice. Yeah, I always find stuff like that interesting, like Siculus. You say you're a security guard. Imagine, probably in pretty good shape. But you know, it's like I always just see these screen names. I never get to know what the people are like. I'm always fascinated by the idea that someone could be like this ridiculously impressive specimen or something, and I would have no clue. Tyrion, I just don't know what you do with 2 men. Feels like a waste to bump and play that. Do you blood sail? Do you dude? You probably just blood sail. I don't think you're getting much from holding on to it. Oh, you work on the ISS, ah. Oh, okay. 2-meter meat sack bouncer. It's so funny. So my girlfriend and I talk about this a bunch. Like in Korea, they always use centimeters or meters if you're talking about height. And in Canada, like, you know, for so many things, it's it's centimeters, it's kilometers, all that. But for some reason we use feet and inches. Like we've adopted that weird thing.
For justice.
Alright, let's just I kind of want to still hit instead of Blood Knight. I'm doing this really sloppy. I'm just very indecisive and trying to talk at the same time.
I fight.
I'm actually gonna do this. None of this matters, but I'm thinking really hard about it. It's crazy to think about. You're actually Joe Biden. Oh, well, that makes a lot of sense, actually. I feel like this is the type of stream that someone who's known for being sleepy and made fun of for it would want to watch. So, yeah, 6'7" for the Americans. That's right. I mean, the thing is, I know meters and stuff. It's just we don't use it, and we use pounds instead of kilograms when we're talking about weight. Like, for whatever reason, we have that. Blind. Yeah, I always liked the one, what, how's it go? It's like, yeah, my dick may not be huge, but it sure smells like a foot. Some girls want 6 feet, and some are fine with 3 legs. Yeah, there we go. Jesus, with the 4 drops. Yeah, that's one thing I've never had trouble with as far as like dating goes. Is the height stuff. Like I know lots of people talk about it and whatever on like Tinder and that. Like, oh my God, they're so mean, rejecting all these short guys and stuff. But you know, I just had the barrier of like crippling social anxiety and being a fucking nerd, so I didn't. It's like height, man. Like we don't even get to that part of the conversation. In which profession you have to show a lot of patience. A bit like when you want to pass legend on Hearthstone. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, and you said you're from like France, right? So, and what I've heard, you could tell me if this is true, but I've heard some not so great things about French people's temper, that they're often very rude and have a high temperament. But that would also kind of include you in that, so maybe not fair. You're 6'2" and have no problems getting rejected by girls? Yeah, that's my thought. It's like the whole thing on, you know, with like suicide bombers and, right, their whatever idea that they would, you know, die and be, oh my God. Okay, well, I don't want a BGH on that thing, but let's do this. That they'd be sent to some, like, heaven with whatever the fuck it is, 72 virgins or whatever, and it's like, yeah, I went to high school with hundreds of virgins and, like, never got laid. Why the fuck would you want to go to a heaven like that? Just gotta show them your diamond ring, or else, I mean, it'll attract a certain kind of woman. One that likes to be in control. Ooh, do you Blood Knight? Nah. Do you even dude? Probably not. This just feels mean. But let's do it. This atheist warrior got a taste of the Holy Lord. Yeah, there's no, like, you know, Thorn's armor in this game. I always like that. It's like somebody's mathing it out as they play the cards, and they're like, oh, this sure as hell isn't gonna work. Been there. According to my math degree, I choose death, yeah. Alright, what do we got? Oh my God, dude, Whiplash.
With honor, I will command the light.
He's not in the stream. Unbelievable. Oh wait, is that you, Nick? Wait, why are we matched together if you're in bronze? No, it is you. God, I can never keep track of everybody's names across, like, Discord and Twitch and stuff. My bad. Why does this always happen? I don't know. Just does. Blessing Kings is such a slapper when you have border control. It's so good to like snowball things in your favor. Yeah, sure. Yeah, anyone can add me. Anyone can add me. What is the limit? It's like 100 or 200 people or whatever. And if you can see, there's 1964. We're using the exact same deck. Oh my god. Well, I drew pretty poorly, so good luck. Oh, better reject this. Just kidding. Yeah, because people will sometimes like message me with their Blizzard accounts or whatever. I'll play HOTS. Usually if I'm playing HOTS, it also means I'm drunk. So if you message me while I'm playing HOTS, I'm like in the middle of a game, and then I just see a name that's like familiar, and I'm distracted, and I've been drinking, and I'm like, I don't know who I'm responding to other than I know it's someone I met through Twitch. To minimize the stream, you really don't have to. It's all good. I mean, you give me a huge advantage by, I think, yeah, you give me a huge advantage by telling me that you're playing the same deck. Because now I know how to play around Blood Knight and, like, to, you know, not leave bubbles on the board unless I'm going to do it right away, so, yeah. Can I also add you? Yeah. Everyone can... Okay, cat. Sometimes my cat takes a dump and then... and then loudly declares it to, the whole apartment. Yeah. Oh, you probably can't see on there, but yeah, 1964. 1964, if you want to add me. Everyone is free to. Wow, we actually have no answer. Wow, we have an answer.
For justice, a battle.
This is my responsibility.
Let's see, what do we have? Okay, same thing back. So if I just complain, I don't have a 5-drop. Now do I get a Drake? Oh, it works. That's pretty cool. Neat little trick for everyone there. Siculus. Alright, well at least I can remember that. Yeah, see, and this is the other thing I was going to say about... Oh, this sucks. I really don't want to drop. Don't want to drop a Sunwalker into Blood Knight. But if I drop a Sunwalker, he Blood Knights, you can Blessing and kill. I'm wondering if it's just better to, like, Blood Sail. Dude, and play it slow.
I wonder.
Don't want to risk it to Wrath. You could even Blood Sail and Blessing. Safe to Wrath, weak to Equality. But he has to Equality. Yeah, I actually think that this is the best play. Again, because he gave me the huge advantage of letting him know what deck he's playing. But no, I was going to say, like, so you talked about it being a security guard, Siculus. I worked with a guy, a programmer, at my last job, who's named Silas, and he's like this very, very tiny guy, like extremely small. Oh, right, that's a good answer too. Extremely small, and just because the name is so similar, Siculus and Silas, that's who I picture every time I read your name. But it sounds like you're the exact opposite of that. I will just do this.
For justice.
Die.
Reporting for duty.
It's not really the worst thing to run out Tyrion and get hit with a Blood Knight. Because, I mean, we can't play these two on the same turn anyway.
The light protects me.
But then, yeah, you do that on 8, then on 9.
Reporting for duty.
X marks the spot.
I think that's still the play, right? Hit, hit, hit. He can pop the bubble pretty easily if you do that, which makes Avenging Wrath a bit better, but it's kind of slow.
Justice.
Let's go ahead and do that. Have you tried to play the Murloc Shaman? I played... I believe it was included in there. There was like one day where I played a whole bunch of Murloc decks. Like, I think I played Shaman, Warlock, I think I tried like a Paladin even, maybe a Rogue or something like that, just to, you know, say that we did kind of deal. Uh-oh. Yeah, not particularly good or anything, but, But yeah, it's fun. Playing with Murloc's always fun. So I think we hit and then Avenging Wrath. I was looking at Consecrate as well. But yeah, we don't get to do that. I don't think it's right to play both of those and just chill with Reg on the board. I think it's better to just get the weapon and go.
Don't test me, child.
Especially because we can still get something on the board here. But I don't think that was a bad play either.
Truth is my shield.
Oh.
Reporting for duty.
Almost feel bad. There's no like cheeky lethal with this, is there? If you like Blood Knight, you hit. Avenging Wrath, no. Equality, Avenging Wrath is 1, 2, 3. 5 goes face, 13. No, I don't think so. Unless I'm wrong. But if I'm wrong, YouTube will tell me about it, and I just fucking love when they do, so let's do that. I'd like to see you playing double combo Druid one of these days. Did I ever play double combo Druid? I probably did once. I'm not sure if I ever played a list that had double combo. I'm sure I did in like Miracle Druid or something. Oh, that actually heals him at a lethal, hey. Dang. Dang, just barely. Alright. Is there any reason to swing or not? Just to push damage now in case you draw a weapon. No, we'll chill. Probably better is clean up for minions to guarantee a reg hit. Yeah, I don't know. I might do it. Maybe at some point. It's kind of one of those things like, I like to play decks that are different that you don't see on ladder all the time. But you know, you do so much of that becomes all you do is playing like goofy, shitty decks. That then you start to actually want to play normal, real decks again. So yeah, maybe we do that at some point. I'll take it into consideration anyway.
Reporting for duty.
Alright, I think there's a bunch of ways to guarantee lethal here. But I feel like this is the coolest.
Well played. Well played.
Nice. GG, Nick. It was actually a pretty close game. I think if you didn't tell me that you were playing the same deck as me, there's a good chance I would have played that different and maybe lost.
Uther versus
Ooh, a mage. That's different. Yeah, this list is doing really good for us, actually. We haven't played tons of like Miracle Rogue and Zoo, no Druid. It's a bit of like a weird test for it. But this, it's fun. I like Paladin. I always like board controlled deck stuff where you're like building it up. And that has like a little bit more in the thought process behind it than like Zoo or something. So it's actually a good chance I'll come back to this at some point. But that's no fun. Yeah. Suit yourself either way. I'm cool with it. However you want to do it. Do we hit? I think you do. Otherwise, he's got the opportunity to shoot that. It could prevent a 2-drop, and this could also be a list that runs arcane missiles. So this thing could still die behind stealth anyway. I also don't have a 3-drop, so like the 1 damage there could be relevant with a 1 damage follow-up. Because yeah, don't want to buff this guy to play that. Mirror Image, Resident Sleeper. I love Mirror Image. I think it's a very cool card, actually. Stuff like that, it's like diverse, you know? You can have it in like an aggressive deck, and it can be there to protect stuff on your board. It can be there to protect your hero in a control matchup. It's there to give you the fireballs off of Antonidas. Just kind of a neat card. Hey, what's that, Flash Get? Welcome. What do we do? What are the chances that this is a counter spell? I'm gonna assume it's 0, but then I'm also thinking, what are the chances he's got like a polymorph? So do we want to drop it on here? Polymorph, but then fireball, force him to ping. Alright, seems fine, seems fine. 0, good, you were correct. It was 0. Oh, I did check out that that like betting exchange thing, and it turns out it is banned in Canada. So I didn't bother like VPNing in.
Checkmate. Well done.
Okay, I'll take the win. But yeah, it was kind of a cool thing. I think I understand the concept a bit better now. Like, yeah, in exchange for bets or something, if you're gonna, I assume it's like, yeah, you're gonna bet the over, you're gonna bet, whatever, with whatever odds, and someone's gonna take you on, kind of thing. It's actually a cool concept, but the first time I'd heard of it. Well, we are doing ridiculously well with this deck, but I do want to actually face some more like meta decks. I like the challenge, I like the tests, and I feel like this would stack up really well against Druid. But I kind of want to see it in action. Been doing it since 2011 on football and since 2018 on tennis. Yeah, that's really cool. I love those kinds of like unconventional, like you said, it's a bit of second income or whatever, this sort of unconventional ways of getting income. Like I know a guy who's got like a wife and kids and all that, And yeah, he just plays online poker. That's how he pays the bills.
Uther versus Jane.
It's interesting to me.
You asked for it.
I will fight with honor.
Do you ever keep the Blood Knight? Or do you dig more for 1s and 2s? You got the coin. I don't know. We'll keep them both. How bad could it be? I have an interest in football, so I enjoy it, but tennis is such a big money spinner that it can't be ignored. That's interesting. Okay, this draw is not bad. Yeah, what makes tennis, like, more lucrative? Because, yeah, if I was ever going to do sports betting, I would just do it on, like, American football, the NFL, because that's, you know, that's what I watch, it's what I'm familiar with. I think we just dude. The body on Peacekeeper's okay, but it doesn't really buy us that much. And then we've got the opportunity to coin a Consecrate if we need it. Could also not hit here and plan on coin Consecrate.
I wonder.
I think that's better.
Reporting for duty.
Just the way the rules of the game are, the fact that it's an all-year-round sport with good liquidity. Okay, so lots of people betting on it. But yeah, the year-round thing must help. Same thing with like American football. You get, well, I guess they increased it now to 17 regular season games. But yeah, you go to like other professional sports, hockey, baseball, basketball. You're looking at like, you know, well over 100 a lot of times. Do we stick with our plan? Because running that in is pretty good. But I don't like leaving that on the board. Could also just true silver it. I think I'll do that. Yes. I think we'll go ahead with that. Good chance we've got Consecrate potential, because he's probably running Mirror Images, Sorcerer's Apprentice, like lots of stuff that dies to that. Lots of people using bots for automation in tennis. Unsurprising, you set up an exchange, there's going to be bots. I've developed a number of strategies that rely on bots not being able to think for themselves in a way that make the market somewhat predictable. There was a time where I did a similar thing with the cryptocurrency exchange. I happened to end up on it was like an Australian owned exchange, but I think it was like bought from Chinese developers or something. It was really goofy. A run with tons of bots. And I don't know how much of it was automated. I'm 100% sure there was like lots of wash trading happening. There was fake volume that I was well aware of on there. Really, really strange stuff. But the whole thing was like, it's a tiny exchange, and if you just had like Binance up, it was like bots and people responding to whatever's happening on Binance, where there's like tons of liquidity. So everything that happened on that exchange just happened at like a slower rate. And yeah, for months, it was like I could just sit there and stare at the one, know exactly what was going to happen in the next 5 minutes, go ahead and make a trade. And I think I like tripled my crypto stack in that amount of time. It was pretty ridiculous. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this.
The light protects me.
What's he gonna do? This is like what happens. Okay, no, you just happen to be hovering over it. It's like what happens when, speaking of bots, they break and they just hover over one card. Sort of expecting like a fireball on this or something. Yeah, I've been using crypto for more medium to long-term investments rather than short-term trades. Yeah, that's what I've been doing now. This was like when I first got into it. I figured, yeah, screw it, might as well go for the quick buck. But yeah, I think that's the smarter way to do it. Interesting. I don't think I want to pull. Right, if I pull the bubble off of this, you're getting an extra 3/3, or you're killing a 3/3 with it and keeping other stuff alive. I think I like. And then this. And pray for no pyroblast coming. I guess we get to heal by 2 before he could play it. Uh, 11, 15, 19, we got 22. And a reg, eh? It's gotta be the play, right? No way to guarantee it. 11, 14, 18, yeah, whatever.
For justice.
Alright, unless he's got beta pyroblast, I think we're okay. Jesus, we actually had like an incredibly small chance to lose there. Alright, plat 4. Well, certainly won't complain with all the wins today. I guess on the one hand, it's nice not playing on the same meta decks. Maybe not a perfect test for us on how this deck performs against them, but yeah, some diversity there's nice. Alright. Now we get the meta deck. Now, Outdoor Peacekeeper's not great. I kind of want a hard mulligan for a 1-drop. There's also just better 3s. Farseer's better, Blood Knight's probably better. Yeah, I like this. The only question is, do I coin both of these? You always run the risk of, like, prep fan. You don't really have any follow. I think we do it. If he's got prep fan, we're sad. I think anything else is fine. Alright. Gotta buff the golden guy. Obvious reasons. Yeah, this is much better. You had the Worgen every game? It's been a lot, okay? Alright, just a regular fan. He's got a hit. Yeah, very lucky. I mean, you get a pretty good chance of hitting a 1-drop if you've got 4 of them in your deck, but I've definitely played lists that look like this, like an aggro shaman or something like that, and it feels like you just never hit the 1-drops.
Ha, this guy's toast.
Good chance we're gonna consecrate here. That's not bad. Yeah, right. You do that, you run that in, you hit face, it's damage, or you play that, you run both this in. And I guess you get a dude. I guess that's better. Let's do that. Like, with the quality, I'm way bigger on Consecrate here, because you've actually got an opportunity to take out a stealth auctioneer. But there, like, I'm fine killing a minion, dealing 2 damage to face, if that's all it does, you know. So we might have to do that this turn then. Kinda looking like it. I don't like letting things live and get buffed. Though losing a 2-3 is a little sad. Tough spot to be in. These risk getting sapped. Yeah. Okay, gotta draw the equality. Wow. Well, is that like the 3rd card that we've called today? I guess it was pretty nebulous on the True Silver, but we specifically asked for a Drake and an equality. As you said, we're getting a war again all the time. Yeah, this is, we're just getting lucky. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. I checked out that exchange thing, and then I did not check out whatever that Drake song that somebody had recommended, but I got another recommendation on YouTube. Somebody had commented a recommendation, so apparently I think you do this instead of the Avenging Wrath, because you got a decent chance to kill a Stealth Auctioneer with it as well. It's kind of nice to do that, whatever. Yeah, apparently I got some listening to do that. The guy had recommended, I forget how he put it, but something where you listen and react to, yeah, of course, to rap songs or something like that. Kind of cracked me up, because I never do that kind of stuff normally. Right, can we have the other equality? That would just be the craziest luck. This feels like death. I think you have to go rag. You didn't have to do that, though.
I got the best deals anywhere.
Was he trading them both in? No, yeah, there's no way, right? He's gotta have like a Viscerate, Cold Blood, some better way of killing this. Because, yeah, if somehow he traded them both in, that would just be crazy. Still not the worst. It's pretty bad. Now you really need that other quality. You can't even play 2 cards. I mean, there's no way you win this. There's just no way. But we'll do this. Never give up. Fighting spirit. Yeah, Leroy and we're dead. Eviscerate. And something. Okay, 3 more damage. There's the Eviscerate. Alright.
The victory is yours.
Okay, didn't do great there. But hey, gonna be the toughest matchup for, I think, most decks that we play. Probably do one more here before I get off, but yeah, not sure. Also, what my streaming schedule is gonna look like for the next bit. I think it's kind of up in the air. I might be streaming on weekends a little bit more. Might not. Might be like weird times of the day. There is some other games I'd like to get into rotation. Like I said, I bought a bunch of these roguelike games that I'd like to do at the end of, I think, a lot of Hearthstone streams. This week just didn't pan out kind of the way I thought it would. But yeah, maybe next week it'll be like, you know, we'll do a regular hour and a half kind of thing of Hearthstone, and then do like a run or two and some other games just to try them out, get a bit of variety, and I mean, it's just more stuff to stream. But yeah, also I don't really have a plan for what decks we've got coming up. I think this was the last one I had kind of prepped and ready to go. I feel like I had some ideas floating around in my head, but I can't really think of anything to go for, so I might have to dig through the suggestions on Discord again, that kind of thing. Okay, that's not the worst. If he would have done like a mirror image or something and then hit, that would have been oof, awful. But I think we just Peacekeeper that and make this trade. The only question, because like we could kill there too. Or you can hit and you can hit. Boy, I actually don't know what's better. I'm a little bit worried about this thing. I think I am going to kill it off. Like, he gets a decent trade there. But I doubt he even makes it. And if he, like, pings hits, I think that's all favorable for us. But yeah, my worry would be that he does something like a mirror image or like, you know, Frostbolt type deal, and snowballs that thing out of control. I think this is fine. It's a good draw. He might fireball, which makes me so sad that doesn't have 7 health. But hey, it's his whole turn, and we'll get 4/4 stats. At least. Eat some burn too. Ooh. I don't think you try to do anything greedy with the Blood Knight. Especially with Avenging Wrath coming up right after this.
Glory to the Sindori.
This is good. He's on like Drake potential, I would think. And you could like bump Avenging Wrath or try to just snipe it with that. Ooh, that is not scary at all. Not even sure that's good for him. True Silver Swing is like okay, especially with the dude, but I think this is one of the better Avenging Wrath boards for us as well.
This is my responsibility.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Okay. Draw last. Awesome.
What does that
Punished hard for drawing last. Okay, I'm not sure if I do that. I'm definitely playing this and swinging. Yeah, I think the body is just better. Kind of sucks that he can knife a couple bubbles, but this is like a really threatening position. And then Tyrion afters. It's really good follow-up. I highly doubt he's running Polymorph in this deck. And like I don't think he's got any cards he's been holding on to for a long time. Yeah. Yeah, this does. Just looks very, very winnable. Ooh, did we just do that though? Instead of Tyrion? It's probably the best Consecrate you ever get. Yeah, let's do it. I think it's good either way, and then I actually think you make this hit here. Because otherwise he probably just pings it, so you might as well kill it. Could get a useful swing next turn too. I think the only thing that really gets him back in this is if he's actually running some higher cost minions. If he's running like a Reg or something, you know, there's an opportunity to come back. Still think it's very hard to get through Tyrion though. Okay. Fine.
Put your faith in the light. For justice.
I'll swing. He's still got like another fireball, so if he was to like ping fireball or something. You know, I don't want to waste that one swing. Maybe lethal? Looks like it. I guess he hit and then just guarantee it. Nice. Yeah, I think drew well. I think the list just kind of lends itself to being good against, yeah, a very weak board control thing. Man, we have had our bonus stars really peter out this season. And it's like Rasta said that he'd seen us have like 10 instead of 9 to start a season from here, which is kind of bizarre. And then he was up at like 11, even though he ended at the same rank as me. So kind of interesting, but yeah, very, very noticeable at this point. That being said, second day of the season, platform, not too bad. What's up? Nice cat. But yeah, I think that's what I'm going to call it here. You know, like I said, don't really know exactly what the schedule is going to be like. I'm just going to try to get in like as many streams as possible. I'm going to keep up with the Hearthstone stuff kind of as much as I can, and hopefully mix in other games afterwards. So yeah, appreciate everyone watching on Twitch, anyone watching on YouTube, and we'll see you another time.